How you guys doing today? This is Andy Omar, and today we're gonna talk about part 3 of Scotty.
Coming from my daughter.
Yeah, well, the thing is that's the reality. It could happen. I'll go for the poor. Yeah, but I'll go for below middle class and down. For me, if I'm talking about a babe who's a little bit lower on the socioeconomic status, it's more about her sort of admiring me. Does that sound a bit conceited?
Anyways, we covered some manipulative tactics on part 2. Now, part 3, we're gonna go to another live stream. What happened with Mike's Philippine journey and Scotty Boy himself, the man of the circle. The reason why I say that is because he likes to circle around his conversations until you change your tune. And we discussed this on the last episode. On this episode, we're gonna see more on how he likes to seduce, for example, maids. The main reason why he justifies this for his subscribers on hiring maids just for the purpose of seducing them. Another one.
What I've heard is that, like, you don't want a wife, you want a nanny. Okay. This is sort of the common consensus of, and the negative view. When I say I want a babe who's from the province, who's from the mountains, who comes from a poor family. Like I've made vids about guys who they get a poor babe, and it's basically they come down. He gives her a job as a nanny. She's doing it because she to her, in her world she was born into, he's way up here and wow, so happy to get this job that pays, I don't know how much he pays her, $100 a month, less than that, right?
Okay.
But she's happy to have it, right? She's happy to have it. And the guy is happy to have her in her house. Okay.
So you're saying like the guy hires her as a nanny, then hopefully later on seduce her, or like just like, what are you talking about? Like really just hiring an achai, a maid, or?
The reason why I'm showing these manipulative tactics is because at the end of the day, Scotty is not really smart as he seems he is. As he seems he wants people to portray him to be. He is a vulnerable narcissist, and he likes to show himself off as somebody smart, articulated, which I give him that. But when you start cutting down the layers, you can see that it's a very insecure man who really loses his temper, and you can see him as a passive-aggressive guy.
So he told me the whole story, and it's kind of like they don't want that commitment. They don't want, like, the nanny is never going to say, my dad needs heart surgery. Do you mind paying for it? You know what I'm saying?
I get
She's
it.
never
I
going
get
to
it.
say, it's my birthday. Can you give me extra money? She's never going to say, it's our anniversary. She's not going to say, are you going to take me over there for my birthday? Kind of thing. So guys don't want this expectation. They just want to freaking relax, hang out with the guys at the bar, come home to a clean house.
Are they doing the nanny though?
Yeah.
And this is what he uses, this is what he does, and this is what he does with almost every YouTuber. And as you see in part 2, this is almost the exact same tactics that he uses against me.
For $100 a month?
Hey, are you judging them? Are you judging them? The thing is, if the nanny's down, hey, look, are you saying, I'm not saying it's ethical. I'm just telling you what's going on, and I'm being honest about it.
Exactly. I am judging them because it is unethical.
Yes.
It is unethical, right?
Yes.
To hire somebody to seduce them, and that is almost, and sometimes because they don't know any better because they're from the province, because that's typically the people that work as nannies are in the down boony provinces, and that's, I don't know. I actually put that as a sex assault. If I looked at it in regards for owning a business and stuff like that.
Let me dig deeper into what you're saying there.
Sure.
Okay, so you're basically you don't like the guy.
Got it.
Okay, so if you were the one, so I had coffee with the guy. What are you going to say to him? Because I just nodded my head. I'm just, I was a sponge absorbing information from this guy. So it's you talking to him. How are you going to respond to him?
For me wise, I wouldn't agree with him. The next thing is I would call him out for his BS, because it is. I would call it out right there and then. I'm like, you know what, that's so wrong and stuff like that.
I know that your MO is basically finding women who are very poor, slum girl poor. And you said it yourself in a lot of live streams as well. A lot of live streams you're saying, I want to find the poorest of the poor, or you get out a map and you tell your audience where to find the poor girls.
it's unethical to hire somebody to then eventually seduce them and whatever. But if it's two consenting adults, she's not complaining, he's not complaining, let them be, right? There's two things. It's unethical, but the girl allows it. So she just doesn't know any better. But at the same time, as if she's doing that because she would rather be able to stay at a place like that, have a guaranteed food in her mouth every single day, have a bed to lay on, have, all that stuff to, and do that. Who am I to say that that's wrong at that moment because the girl agrees? The only thing that I feel is unethical there is the way it was done to bring her in the house. Because
what do you mean about the way he got her in the house?
Well, hiring a nanny, like you said, right? And then all of a sudden eventually sleeping with him. Because there's a difference between getting a girl and say, you're going to be my concubine.
Yep.
That's the job description, not to clean the house. You my concubine, and she agrees on it. Look, that right there is ethical because there was a common agreement from the beginning. It's unethical for me is if you brought them in for help and then eventually tried to seduce the girl and put her in that spot.
So let me say, so just to drag this thing out further. So let's say the girl actually likes the guy more than, so are you assuming that the girl actually probably doesn't like the guy?
No, once again, like I said, maybe she likes the guy. Maybe she likes, sometimes maybe she doesn't like the guy, but she likes the situation she's in. I'm hands off.
The thing is, I'm getting a bit of a negative vibe. You do not like the guy.
No, that's what I'm saying. If I do not like the guy, it doesn't matter. If I like him or do not like him, I am not going to approach the girl and say, hey, what's going on? It's none of my business.
Okay.
Whether I like him or I don't like him.
Then you and I agree on that, because the thing is, he's telling me this story about him and the babe, right? And the thing is, like, I have no, like, what am I supposed to do? Save the babe? I don't know. I know there are some people, because I made a vid about this. There are some people who are, like, in the comment section, they're not down with this situation.
Scott only uses the typical circle jerk tactic. He uses the moronic tactic where he just likes to repeat things in circles because he doesn't have anything else to say. It's funny. You act ignorant, and it just shows you only have one MO, one modus operandi. That's it. For your argument, your arguments are flawed. Just because you act ignorant just so people can keep talking and explain things to you and use their explanation against them. Is that right? Because it's pretty much easy what you do. It's not hard. Any moron can do it.
Dr. Mike TV made a video about you. Clear things up.
Let me do the talking here, man. I was making the vid based on, like, a first person narrative. Okay. Understand? Okay. Number one. Number two, I just want people to know how I, as an outside looking in, view Mike Philippines' journey. Okay. And look, I just want to say one thing, and I said it before. Look, the way I view Mike's Philippine journey is like, look, number one, okay, I'm totally impressed how he's able to talk about one niche topic for an epic amount of time. Like, I first started following you about 1 or 2 years ago. I can't remember exactly, but the thing is, you were talking about Filipinas back then, and I thought at some point you're going to have to change course because you can't talk about Filipinas forever. If it was me, I'd be talking about Filipinas for 3 vids, and then I'd move on to a different topic. But look, the thing is, you've been talking about them for, like, I don't know, 3,000 vids. And I just, like, I can't believe you're coming out with, like, a vid every single day on the Filipinas. And it's like, wow, it's like, when is he going to run out of topics? But he keeps coming up with new topics. So yeah, in that niche, you are an inspiration to me. Okay, I just want you to know that. I just want you to know not sucking up to the great Mike. Okay, but that said, let's move on with the good old conversation, man. What do you want to talk about first? No, yes or no? Just give me a yes or no. You saw the Bohol series, yes or no?
The Bohol series?
You did not see it.
No.
You did not watch my channel, my good man.
I've seen a lot of your videos, but no, I did not know about the Bohol series.
If you meet a babe, now, what is the first thing she wants you to do? Let me test your Filipino skills on that, man. Who are the first people she wants you to meet, man?
The first people that she wants me to meet?
The Familio, man. At that time, the guy was down there had a bunch of girls lined up, and as soon as he banged them, he took off. Now, look, the thing is, I have no respect for this kind of guy because, look, you can't leave breadcrumbs around like this, okay? Because the thing is, you got to realize, like, you're really affecting this girl. Like, the thing is, if I have an LDR, okay, say, for example, we're 1 year chatting, like, in her mind, we're thinking like marriage, we're thinking about relationship, we're thinking about the future, right? I get down there, but in my mind, I'm just going to bang her and take off to the next babe. That is the devil's work. That is exactly what gives all foreigners a bad name. Have you seen my vids? Have you seen my vids, Mike? Have you seen my Angelus vids, Mike? Yes or no?
No, I haven't. I have not gone to the Scotty rabbit hole at all, man. No, I haven't. I have not gone to the Scotty rabbit hole at all, man. No, I haven't. I have not gone to the Scotty rabbit hole at all, man.
The thing is, I'm in Angelus, or I'm wherever, right? And I see some babe, and something different about this babe makes me want to say hello to her. Okay, she may have been less attractive than the other babe who I did not say hello to, but something about her. And this is what fascinates me. Like, what is it? Like, it's something like beyond a chemical thing, you know, like something, it's beyond physical. Okay. It's something metaphysical about this babe that makes me want to say hello to her as opposed to someone else who's even more on the outward beautiful. Right.